Great. Well, the minute has started, so I'm going to get going again. Hey, everybody. My name is Chris. My name's Chris Ward. I am based in Westchester. I work at Wursta. Wursta is a Google Premier partner, and we work on everything from Google Workspace to Google Cloud to AI and AI enablement. And this whole presentation is going to be our first in a series that we are calling the AI Learning Academy. And we'll get to why we're calling it the AI Learning Academy in a little bit. But for now, I'm going to get things going with sort of a welcome and introduction. Actually, first things first, to talk about a few quick logistics here. First off, if you have any questions, please put them in the Brand Live FAQ. I would really, really appreciate that. And secondly, we also have a special guest here. Her name is Maddie Duenas. She is from Ecuador, and she is our Spanish Gemini enablement trainer here as well. So if you have any questions in Spanish, please don't feel shy. Maddie will be happy to take those questions as well throughout this call. All right. Awesome. So this is sort of the agenda of what we're going to be going over today. We're going to be talking, we're doing the welcome introductions right now. We're going to be talking about measuring Gemini ROI. What's that like? Why are companies finding it so difficult? I'm going to show you a great, easy, peeling back the curtain of an easy way to measure Gemini ROI, just sort of a beginner's section, if you will. Then we're going to talk about Gemini and Gemini Enterprise. We're going to demo some of that. We're going to talk about the admin console data. I'm going to also give you some updates for Google or for AI. And then we're going to talk about something very, very cool and very, very exciting that I want to announce, which is the Wursta Gemini Center of Excellence, something that your company can be involved in ASAP. So with that, let's get going. I've already done the introduction. Also, at Wursta here, a lot of our guiding star is our AI agentic framework, our framework for AI transformation. We call this the AHA transformation, agentic, and then we go through about 7 phases. The first phase is an agentic readiness rating. Our team of experts comes to your company, and we give you basically, and we analyze your environment, how you're using AI, your business objectives for that. And then we do a platform alignment and workforce augmentation. We deploy and optimize your collaboration platform. So we deploy collaborative AI lessons and ways to use it. We provide supporting for that. And then we really dig deep into governance, security, and compliance. So we talk about responsible AI usage. We create that for you. And then we do team workflow enhancement into data intelligence. So we create foundations for your company to work with AI, not just in the present, but in the future as well, to validate how AI drives business value. A lot of companies will do sort of plug and plays of this will work right now, and this will work right now, and there's all these third-party AI ways of doing things really, really quickly. But will those things last, or are those band-aids, right? Will they plug up holes for now and in the future, or are we letting you off and setting you on the right track for a solid foundation? We'll do business process agentic implementation. So we'll deploy agents and AI solutions with you. And then just in general, moving forward, we will adapt our AI structure around your company. We will adapt how we inform your company on how to make really good AI and agentic decisions moving forward. So that's sort of our background and framework. Now, a lot of things have happened, guys, in the last 48 hours, even with AI, and a lot of updates have happened even like in the last hour with Nano Banana 3 Pro just getting released. So I want to highlight and talk about that really, really quickly, just to make everybody on the right page, if you will. So I'm going to share my screen over here to talk about Gemini 3 really, really quickly. Really quick overview and what I found really, really, really interesting. So Gemini 3 was announced literally 2 days ago, and it says Google's actually being pretty strong with their wording here. That helps you bring any idea to life. I found that really interesting. But let's go into the article really quickly and talk about why it's really cool. So this is the benchmarks that AI has been tested against, and you can see, and I'm going to zoom in here. Actually, you're not seeing this. Let's share this tab. There we go. So these are the benchmarks that AI has been tested against. And you can see they're tested against 3 Pro, 2.5 Pro, Claude, Sonnet 4.5, and GPT 5.1. These are like basically the top 4 AIs right now. And it's tested on a variety of different benchmarks. But I want to highlight a few of these that really interest me. First off, everything in bold means it's a winner. It won that category, and you can see that 3 Pro is pretty much a winner all down the board. But even in terms of things like Screen Spot Pro, which is screen understanding, being able to see what's on an image and being able to describe it really articulately, it is now 72%. It is like double Claude, which is 36.2%, which is pretty crazy and a huge uptick from 2.5 Pro. I also want to talk about something really cool, which is the vending benchmark, the vending bench. What is this vending bench? Well, if you haven't heard about it, it's this company called Andon Labs. It's a really cool experiment where they use these AI models to basically run a whole virtual vending machine for a year, where the AI model would be in charge of ordering inventory and adjusting prices and managing and moving that inventory, things like that. And the AI starts off with a $500 balance, and then they check in with the AI after a year's worth of prompts, right? So the idea is that AI right now is really good at sort of like one-off tasks or like shorter conversations and short-term objectives. But when you start to give it sort of a long-term goal in the future that it needs to accomplish and iterate upon over months, maybe there's like changes in the weather, changes in the season of what to sell in the vending machine, that's where the AI starts to fall off a bit. So you can see that Claude did pretty well with 3.8K at the end of the year. That was its value. And GPT-5 did 1.4. But actually, Google Gemini Pro 3 did almost 5.5K in value at the end. And at the end of a year of this, for models like Gemini, like Claude, like ChatGPT, this means the model will be having a conversation of like over 100 million tokens, over 600 messages in this. So it's really cool to see AI is really moving towards being able to manage these long agentic tasks, right? Awesome. But GPT-3 is also just in normal Gemini right now, by the way, guys. In fact, I'm just going to go to my Gemini and open up a new chat. And I'm going to upload and show you how GPT-3 is in Canvas. We're going to go into build. I'm going to right here. There's my screen. We're going to go into build. And we're going to talk about, I'm going to upload some files from my computer. This is just literally 3 images from our Wursta website. And I'm going to say, create a page for showing off our employees. I'm going to do that. So using Canvas behind the screen, by the way, because it's the thinking mode, there is 3.3 Pro right there coming in with complex topics, right? So it's right now it'll take a second, but it'll start coding this entire website. And in fact, I already did this just a second ago, but you can see it's already working. Let's do this website team page design. So it'll code this, and this is exactly like our website. Really crazy. Anna adds in a little AI animation there, but there's our team, there's people, this is a really cool way to, and you can see that it actually looks like our website too. I literally just copied and pasted a few images from our website, and it's pretty much replicated it and created a whole new page for me. Really awesome. And you'll notice also, just while we're here, a few more updates that you never even heard of or never even thought about. Deep research. You can now use sources in Gmail, Drive, and Chat. I want to call out that. So if you're working on a project and you're wondering what's going on with it, do some deep research and turn on your Chat and your Drive and your Gmail so it can tell you the latest and greatest updates of what's been happening, right? Really cool. And then while we're talking about deep research, if you look into Notebook LM, we're going to go into Atomic Habits. We have this new bar here where you can actually do deep research within your Notebook LM, within the web, or within your drive as well, for different files and folders that you're using about specific projects. Really, really awesome updates that are happening. And these are just little ones that just sometimes go not even announced to people. So I just wanted to call those out. All right. Great. We're going to go back into my presentation now, so I don't get too sidetracked. So let's talk about measuring Gemini ROI. Right now, we're going to start with a contradiction, right? So on one hand, we know that AI is driving radical transformation everywhere. You see the headlines, you see potential of AI, you see how it's changing how we operate, how we compete, how we innovate. But then you look at the reality on the ground. This is from a recent study that 60% of organizations claim that generative AI can't yet integrate into their business's tech stack. So they feel stuck. They feel like they have this really beautiful car that they have, but they don't have any roads to drive it on, or it doesn't drive on the roads that they're usually driving on because it doesn't plug in perfectly with their legacy systems yet, right? And if you feel that way, and if you're on this call, you're not alone. But there is a problem with this mindset, right? Because while 60% of folks are waiting for the perfect technical integration, the market isn't waiting, right? So the experiment really is over because 72% of companies are already reporting a positive ROI with AI, or 3 out of every 4. And this data point should wake us all up, right? So how do we explain this dichotomy, right? How can 60% say they can't fit it in their tech stack, but 75 are making money with it? For me, it's because winners of this using technology aren't waiting for complex integrations. They're finding value right now, and they're measuring the time saved, the content created, the answers happening faster. This dichotomy needs addressing, because if you're waiting for the perfect integration to start measuring ROI, you're already falling behind with the 72 people who are getting to work. So if 72% of companies are finding value, but they aren't integrating it into their tech stack yet, how are they doing it? Where does the money coming from, right? The answer is really simple. It's not about complex code. It's about efficiency right now, right? So for 3 years in a row, number one ranked AI benefit across every industry is increasing employee productivity, right? It's the boring stuff. It's the writing the emails faster. It's the summarizing the meetings. It's what I call, and I like to call in my trainings, the mundane versus what matters, separating the AI into doing what is a manual, mundane task so that you can focus on what matters in your role, what matters in your position, what matters in your goals for your company, right? So yeah. So this is your ROI story right now, right? It's not about who isn't doing work. It's about how much faster your current team can run, right? How much can they deliver, right? So efficiency is the driver, right? So I'm going to demo just a peek, just a little bit of a hint on how to sort of measure that within your role and within your organization. And we're going to start on a very, very basic level. And that level is, and I'm going to share, I'm going to share, one sec, my full screen. Which is the admin console. All right. Pretty simple. You'd think that I was here all the time, or people or companies are here all the time, but generally speaking, they're really not. And so what can this admin console tell us about measuring ROI? You probably have a lot of questions about AI, right? Is anyone actually using it, right? Are we getting our money's worth? Where is the data to prove it? And once I find that data, what do I do with it? right? Well, then I'm here to solve that for just a quick second, just sort of a beginner's take. We're going to solve what I call the AI adoption cave of the unknown. I hope I could do echoing sort of sounds with that. So it's like the feeling of having like a powerful tool at your disposal, like this incredible, powerful wrench in this factory, and not knowing the effect of that wrench, right? You don't know it, and you can't. This is really important about. It's a really important factor about successfully adopting AI, because you can't manage what you can't measure, and you can't improve what you don't understand if you don't understand what's happening, right? So let's go into this generative AI section right here, and we're going to go into Gemini reports and org level usage. This is, of course, a demo account, so it doesn't have that much data inside it. Basically, it's me and my trainers who are using it out of our licensed users. But let's look at this and break this down. So active users, right? This is your headline starting number, right? So these are the last people who have used Gemini in the last 28 days. By the way, note that this is only for the last 28 days. So you'll want to get some reporting done if you want to get to see the actual trend of how people are using Gemini. So what is this number to you? Is it 5% of your org? Is it 50% of your org? This is your starting point, right? And then you've got this Gemini usage chart. See this blue line compared to this red line, right? Is it close? Are these lines close? No? Well, then that's not good, right? You probably need some Gemini and AI enablement if it's not good. The training could be super valuable in getting this number up, right? You could watch that blue line get bigger. It's pretty simple, right? And then you can grade a training that you do on the percentage of the increase, right? So that's measurable stats right there, people, right? And then scrolling down, you got Gemini adoption per app. How your team is using Gemini. So this is where I would ask what kind of company you are. Are you in data? Are you in fintech? And is no one using Sheets at all? Well, then you have a problem, and something is up with that, right? So that's basics. You've got also Gemini usage per interaction. I would call this basic stuff. But let's go into the real power, which is this second tab, which is this user level usage tab. Now, it does this like who's using it the most sort of functionality. I skip that and I download the usage counts, and we're going to download that and we'll show what that looks like. Great, awesome. So see this? This is such a gold mine of information. This is like your beak of knowledge, and I'm going to show you how to read it. So these people at the top of the list, right? This is like me and the other trainers, etc. These, and I would say just these top three, these are your power users, right? Automatically, you see these people at the top of the list. Whoa, they're using Gemini a lot. So now you have a definitive list of your internal champions. These are your early adopters. These are maybe your future trainers. These are the people you definitely need to talk to immediately to find out how they are having and finding success. And in fact, because this chart, this data shows by each app how they're using it, rank it by sheets, rank it by slides, and then have special conversations with those folks, right? These folks in the middle, these are your hesitant users. They're engaged, but they need a nudge, right? They need to be like, hey, I see you touching AI. What are you using it for? Maybe you use it for this. And these people low in the bottom, these are your non-users. These are like there's like an empty menu of opportunities, right? So this is it. This is an incredible spot to focus on. But let's get a little bit more advanced for a second, and I'll just give you an awesome pro tip. Before you even download the report, you can get a little bit more granular with the separating it by OU or group if you wanted to. So you could see who's your marketing king of AI or queen of AI, who's your engineering AI incredible person. This is precisely how you do it, right? So this allows you to stop using a sort of a one-size-fits-all adoption plan and start creating a targeted strategy department by department. Okay, great. So now you have this list of power users, and you're going to finally probably hit a wall. They're going to ask, and you're going to hit a wall of their productivity, right? Because Gemini is great. You have your gems that you can create, but you can, like, as you saw in what I just did, there was I even had a limit of deep research that I was using, and with gems are very individual, so they're going to hit a wall of trying to automate workflows for your internal processes, and this is where the transition into Gemini Enterprise happens. Gemini Enterprise is more than just it's a powerful model of Gemini. It's about connecting your universe with your information in your work, right? So if I were to go into Gemini Enterprise now, for here, I would say, in fact, I'm just going to do Gemini Enterprise here. Whoops. Now, when I'm using Gemini and Enterprise, I can connect it to all of my data inside my work, from my mail to my Salesforce accounts to any other third-party apps that I'm using. So it gets me from asking generic questions to asking hyper-specific business-critical ones and using agents to run that flow through. Okay? So in this quick demo we just did, I'm going to do a recap. We extracted and found Gemini reports. We downloaded a treasure map of useful treasure data. We've learned how to filter it by OU. That was a little bit of a bonus. So let's switch back over to my slides, and maybe people have questions about that as I continue to present. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and share my slides again. Awesome. So yeah, so the data isn't everything, right? The data that you get from the admin console, you get the active users, you get the daily logins, you get the app usage, but that's not everything. So you need to find out from those folks the hours they've reclaimed, how satisfied they are with AI, the times of tasks completed, the deliverability of everything they've done. So you find the value of what's been working. Okay. Great. All right, next let's get into Gemini and Gemini Enterprise. All right, 1 second. I'm having a glitch. Give me a second, guys. All right, so yes, my glitch is done. Great. So this slide is not really a question. It's an invitation to reimagine what your enterprise could really be. Okay. For too long, we've focused on these incremental gains, these personal gains. Your employees might be slightly faster for their repetitive tasks, but that model is quickly becoming outdated. So we're talking like transitioning from siloed independent work, app-dependent work to this new way of using harnessing AI with your workplace. So what if your employees could harness AI to not work just faster, but smarter and more creatively, encompassing how your company works, right? So all of a sudden your workforce is multidimensional. They're freed from repetitive work. They're capable of doing less with more. And they're able to focus their time on high strategic, high value opportunities. So this shift into enterprise ignites that sort of awesome collective intelligence of your organization. So this is a very advanced agentic platform. We're exploring it as we speak in Wursta, and we're just diving deep in it, and it's quite intense. But there are basically 5 core components for a single secure foundation in Gemini Enterprise. The first is the brains. So world-class Gemini models that are working behind the scenes to work with companies and work with the models that people know. So like Nano Banana. Then the workbench itself, which is the no-code platform to build agents in the background. That is very, very simple for anyone to use. And then you have the task force, which is in the cloud console. It's pre-built agents from Google that your company can use right away. And then everything is grounded in your own systems, in your own organization's policies and apps and procedures. And then it's governed by the cloud console, which is a single dashboard that shows what's been going on, who's been using what, and any enterprise security grade controls there. So yeah, so there's three key benefits of using agents versus using gems or using Gemini AI. The first is transforming your work. Agents don't draft emails just generally. They co-author the work based on your company's policies and procedures. So it's like taking a coordinated task force of an AI creating documents instead of just using AI to create a document that maybe could work for any company anywhere. The next is that it can act on ideas with no code agent building. So you don't need a dedicated engineering team. With no code agent builder, you can act on ideas immediately and create specialized agents to transform knowledge into scalable automated processes. So it's agents working with agents as well. And then lastly, you can ground agents in enterprise truth. So agents aren't isolated. They are grounded in your information in your company. But what I love that's not even mentioned in this slide is that agents can talk to other agents. So it's not just working on one thing. It is agents having a conversation, agent to agent protocol, so that they can work and create strategies alongside you. And that's what I wanted to talk about with this slide. So the difference between the tiers, the really big difference is the agentic workflows within AI Enterprise. It used to be, or Gemini Enterprise. It used to be called Agent Space, and they renamed it to Gemini Enterprise. But I still think that we should think about Agent Space in the background. For Gemini Standard, it's built with personal productivity and it uses gems, right, which are amazing. And I do a long, intense trainings on gems constantly in my field. But they're also passive. They rely on what is called human in the loop. So if you don't log in, nothing prompts it, and nothing happens. And if you don't ask it for anything, it just sits there, right? It's like having an intern who sits at their desk waiting for orders, right? Gemini Enterprise is built for organizational orchestration, so that means it uses agents. And the difference is agents are event-driven, so they don't wait for you. They can wait for triggers instead. So an email arrives, a Jira ticket closes, a database updates, and an agent wakes up and acts on its own. And this shift from using AI to write about work to using AI to do work instead. And building AI agents is doable, but governing them is the real challenge. So Google offers a variety of different tools to do this, and we offer a lot of support to do this as well. There's enterprise-grade foundation that Google has that's secure, but also there's advanced agent protection that goes beyond traditional security and built-in AI-specific guardrails for multi-agent systems. And then there's the centralized control and visibility that gives you the single source of truth to visualize and interact and develop and track the cost and risk profile of your purpose-built agents. But these, of course, need study. These need specific workflows around them, and we provide that as well. Awesome. So we're going into the last third of this presentation here, and I appreciate everybody's time. I've been talking for a while, but I just want to quickly announce something that we are in development with, and also just announcing. And I'm really excited because I'm spearheading this. This is sort of my thing, which is the Wursta's AI Center of Excellence. AI is as we've seen in the last 48 hours. Updating constantly, and even there's been more updates, not just on Google side. There's on other sides as well. And a lot of companies I found don't have a dedicated AI person. They don't have, maybe they do, but that person's job isn't that. It's like a fourth of their job, or they're in data or procurement, and then also they are in AI enablement as well, right? And it's not the pure focus of them, so it's very easy to lose the thread of what's been happening. So that's why we are launching this AI Center of Excellence. The first of which is this video will be accessible to everyone, but it is in 3 tiers. This is how we are organizing this. So the first tier is the core support and AI Center of Excellence Launchpad. If you are in core support with Wursta, this is sort of the starting spot. This is where you can get really cool, awesome, basically weekly, monthly updated videos, some longer, some shorter, on how to enable your workforce with AI. This is establishing foundational knowledge. This is a really, really easy way to add value to your AI systems internally. The next level is premium support with AI Navigator. So this, instead of just general videos, you receive personalized guidance, a quarter by quarter structure of AI updates and what's been happening, and ways to drive strategic adoption for your specific company. So that's a special level. And then finally, the third level we have, and it's a much larger level, which is AI Center of Excellence Visionary AI Management. So this makes it incredibly personalized to you. So we embed an AI strategist, an AI innovator into your team to co-pilot ongoing strategies to maximize AI ROI. So instead of, so you get that person on our team that is your AI innovator, that is almost your AI influencer, that will help you understand and support your teams with every single AI update that is coming down the line. Yeah, so for core support, we have, that's what we're starting right now. We're doing the AI Learning Academy series. Hi, you're in one right now. Monthly webinars that showcase AI tools. In fact, next month's will be in December, and it will be on flows and how to use flows. Flows we didn't even go over, but flows are a really awesome update that is happening within Workspace right now. There will be a core content library, which is on demand for recordings of all these webinars, and then general getting started with AI guides. And then a quarterly executive briefing on the state of AI, on things that we've found working with our customers in our specific worlds about AI. This is totally unique, a unique window into AI that you won't get in anywhere else, because we work with such a variety of awesome and amazing clients and customers on a day-to-day basis, working in multiple departments and multiple different varieties of work. Awesome. Well, great. Recap. We talked about ROI for AI. We talked about the difference between Gemini and Gemini Enterprise. We talked about Admin Console and getting data from that. And so with that, we're going to talk about the upcoming event that I just talked about, which is the Google Workspace Flows webinar. This will show you how to create multi-step workflows within Google Workspace, and it's using flows. And by the way, this is flows and not flow, the video agentic AI tool, if you know what I'm talking about. But if you wanted a bonus of working with flow as well, that can totally happen in this webinar too. Maybe I can talk to the folks and make this a flows and flow webinar and really confuse people. But that's Google's fault, not mine. Anyway, so this is going to be an awesome webinar. Please register now. We're going to be popping that link into the chat, and then I believe this is probably the last slide. So please, I would love to answer any questions. And before I end anything with you can ask any question you want, please email sales@wursta.com if you are interested in any of our AI tactics or AI offerings, or if you even need any help with Google Workspace or Google Cloud in general. Happy to help with that. All right, but in general, we're here to help as your Google Premier partner, and yeah, we're happy to take some questions. Can we exclude some users from the chat? Asked Robert. Yes, you can totally convert the users from OU. I would manage the from the stats. Yeah, I would use the OU section. Robert, I hope that demo you found really helpful as well. Is there any other questions? Please check out our AHA framework as well, our agentic human augmentation framework that we use to ground our training and disciplines in. You can find it at Wursta.com. Wursta.com, please.